Welcome back my channel. When I first laid eyes on the Zontes ZT310-R, it didn't take long for me to realize this isn't just another 300-ish cc street bike, it's a tech-rich, feature-loaded beast disguised in a sleek naked sports shell. China's Zontes has really cranked the innovation up a notch here, and it shows. Let's talk power. Underneath that aggressive bodywork lurks a 312cc, single-cylinder, liquid-cooled DOHC engine boasting a high 12.5:1 compression ratio. That translates to about 26 kilowatts at 9,500 revolutions per minute and 30 newton meters at 7,500 revolutions per minute. In more familiar terms, that's around 35 horsepower, enough to hit the fun zone quickly without feeling sluggish in traffic. Riding it, you get a smooth, punchy power delivery that handles both city crawling and highway stretches without breaking a sweat. One reviewer in South Africa clocked it happily cruising at around 120 kilometers per hour, with the rev counter dancing at 7,500 revolutions per minute, and even glimpsed speeds over 150 kilometers per hour when the road and wind were just right. But horsepower isn't everything. What blew me away was how much tech this bike packs. We're talking Bosch dual-channel ABS, a keyless ignition system, an electronically controlled seat lock, a fuel injection system by Delphi, dry sump lubrication, an aluminium engine block, and even a USB charging port. Not to mention LED lighting all around, 2 riding modes, fuel-saving and sport, nitrogen-filled mono-shock rear suspension, upside-down forks up front, and even anti-scald exhausts that stay cool to the touch. All this at a price point that flips the script on what you'd expect from a Chinese brand. Let's break it down. The bike's frame is high-tensile steel, smartly tuned and solid. Whatever bumps or potholes I aimed it at, the suspension handled them with aplomb, never feeling jarring. Steering is light and intuitive. So easy, in fact, you might forget you're carrying luggage if you've strapped any on. Fit and finish, seriously impressive. One road test noted how clean the welds, panel joints, paint, and fasteners all looked, completely dispelling the cheap Chinese bike stereotype. On the road, strong brakes, though you might tug a bit firmer than on some peers, negligible vibration even at high revs, and no oil leaks or wobbly parts, even after aggressive riding. It felt like a bike built to last, riding solid through hours of abuse. Talking dimensions, it's a compact ride, about 2,034 millimeters long, 755 millimeters wide, with a wheelbase around 1,390 millimeters and roughly 167 millimeters of ground clearance. Seat height sits at a manageable approximately 795 to 807 m, and with a dry weight around 145–159 kilograms depending on variant, it's light enough for nimble handling. Fuel tank holds about 15 L, good enough for solid range. Now, let's be real, no bike is perfect. Some riders mention the gearbox feeling a bit clunky at low speeds, and torque delivery can feel flat down low compared to smoother Japanese counterparts. The rear suspension may feel firm for solo riding, probably tuned for two-up comfort with a pillion. Still, for the price and package, it's hard to beat. One Redditor put it bluntly, for their price it's good bike, it is good looking. 34 HP 300cc can reach about 160 kilometers per hour. He did note the low end isn't torquey and the gearbox is short-geared compared to a Honda, but the looks and value bring it home. So here's the bottom line. The Zontes ZT310-R delivers an astonishing array of tech, big bike features, bold styling, and satisfying performance, all without breaking the bank. It looks premium, rides capable, and feels sturdy. If you're craving a standout ride that's as smart as it is sporty, this might just hit that sweet spot. Roll the footage of that head-turning front end, sleek LCD dash, glowing LED lighting, that robot-like, real steel, stance, and the city and highway shots. It's a raw, unfiltered presentation of what a modern naked street bike should be, packed, priced, and ready to punch above its weight.